Hey, this is Adam Ginsberg, and welcome to our Friday Live. A couple things as we get started here today. Number one, welcome to all of our newest Internet Mastery Elite members. It is good to have you. We are so excited that you are part of this amazing community. Secondly, if you're watching this on replay, most likely you have gone into the Facebook group and you have clicked on the link that takes you to YouTube where you're watching this replay. If you have any questions or comments on anything that we cover in this session or any of the sessions that are posted via replay, please make sure to ask those questions or post those comments in the Facebook group. We're unable to provide answers to your questions if you post them in response to the video on YouTube itself. So just make sure you answer them in the Facebook group, and I think that that will be a better way for you to go to get the answers to the questions that you're asking. Now, I want to share with you a few updates, things that are going on, and where we are in terms of our timing. It's been announced that Amazon Prime Day is coming up on October 10th and 11th. That gives us just a few weeks to prepare. In some cases, we may already be too late for Amazon Prime Day, but the sooner we can get our inventory in, the better it's going to be for you during this holiday season. Remember that once Amazon Prime Day passes, the whole focus is going to be on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, and the entire holiday season. There are hard deadlines for you to get your inventory into Amazon. So this is the most critical time for you when you're doing your sourcing. One of the bits of advice that I want to give you, and I've shared this in the past, but it's worth repeating, is that whatever SpyRival says you should purchase, I want to encourage you to consider upping the number just a little bit. I wouldn't go crazy. If SpyRival says to buy 6, I wouldn't buy 50. I might buy 9. If SpyRival says buy 15, I might buy 19 or 20. In other words, just increasing that opportunity for you to sell a few more units. The other thing that I would look out for is your sell-through rate. So let's say that SpyRival says you're going to sell 10 units in a month. So you buy 10 or 12 units and you send those in. Well, normally what you'd do is you'd wait closer to the end of that 30-day to 45-day period before placing your reorder. I would look a little bit closer. I would say, how many have sold in the first week? How many have sold in the second week? And if it looks like the momentum is increasing, which it always does during the holidays, I would reorder sooner. One of the challenges that you will always find with retail arbitrage, and I know many of you have experienced this, is that when you place your order, the item is out of stock. Or when you place the item, you're limited in terms of the number you can actually order. Well, what I would recommend you do is just understand that during the holiday season, items sell out faster, and some retailers will minimize the amount that you can order. So what I would recommend is, let's say SpyRival says you can order 10, and the minimum order is 3, or the maximum order, I should say. Let's say from Best Buy would be 3 units. I would order 3 today, I would order 3 tomorrow, I would order 3 the next day, and I would order the 3 the following day. That would bring me up to a total of 12. So SpyRival says order 10. The retailer won't allow me to order 10, but I would say order them on a daily basis, whatever the maximum number is. Another idea around that is that if you have 2 different emails, you can probably place 2 different orders back to back. So if you use the first email for your first order of 3 and your second email for your second order of 3, you can order 6 today and 6 tomorrow as a way to order your 12. But just be aware that the retailers are going to run out faster. Number one, there's a lot of consumers that are searching for those items. And number two, there's a lot of Amazon sellers like us that are looking to stock up on their inventory. One of the best parts of this is that retailers are putting their items on sale, clearance, or closeout earlier in the season than they ever have. So the opportunity for you to get better deals is happening right now. And it's going to be exciting for those of you that are your first time through a holiday season. There's no way to predict what is going to happen until you experience it. When you see it, you'll understand what we're talking about. I've seen people that come into the holiday season and maybe they'll sell 2 or 3,000 in October, they'll sell 7 or 8,000 in November, and then they'll sell 70,000 in December. It's extraordinary what happens. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to you because I don't know what inventory you're going to have. But I will say that if you combine this strategy from buying from the retailers with the Internet Master repricer, literally combine those two things, we're going to see sales velocity happen at a rate we've never seen it in the past. That repricer moving your pricing up and down is going to be phenomenal. Now, I'm not going to spend any time here today on how to use the repricer. We'll separate that for maybe another video another time. Check out Preston's live that he did where he talked about the repricer, and I think that'll give you a really good overview of what it is and how to use it if you're new to Internet Mastery and not accessing the repricer in that way. The other thing that I would consider is this. Look, obviously, using the Prep Center this time of the year is insanely valuable. But I want to remind you, there are some amazing deals that are happening in the stores. Retailers are putting items on sale that they don't put on sale on the website specifically to get you into the store. Now, why would they do that? Because they know how consumers are. Once you're in the store and you're shopping, you're likely to buy things you wouldn't have bought if you didn't come in the store in the first place. So having the Internet Mastery app on your phone, if you've got an iPhone, and don't worry, the Android version is coming, but if you've got the app on your iPhone and you're in the store and you're able to scan with your barcode scanner on the app, the items in the store, you're going to find some incredible deals. Now, you've got two options. Number one, you could bring those items home, you could prep them, and you could send them off to Amazon. The other thing that some people do, I'm not sure that this is the most recommended option, but some people do this, is they'll bring all of their inventory home that they bought in the stores, put it all in a giant box, send it to the Prep Center and do it that way. This is the holiday season, so we do things a little bit differently, a little bit outside of the box and a little bit outside of the norm if we really want to capitalize on all aspects. Remember, this is your business, right? You're running your own e-commerce business centralized and focused on Amazon. So why not get multiple streams of Amazon revenue coming in? Those items you can find online and those items that maybe you're able to find in the store. The BOLO deals are going to continue to get better. The last few weeks, the BOLO deals have been the best we've ever seen, and they are going to continue to ratchet up. But I want to remind you of something that's always important with the BOLO deals. The BOLO deals are coming from retailers. What that means, number one, is that retailers' price is constantly changing, even more so during the holidays. They're on sale, they're not on sale, they're on sale, they're not on sale. So you always want to be checking back. And number two, more often this time of the year than any other time, when you go to get your BOLO deals, they might be sold out at the retailer. Now, we've just talked about why that is, why retailers are selling out faster than they ever have. So a BOLO deal might be in stock on Monday and not in stock by Tuesday or Wednesday, but then they're back in stock by Thursday or Friday. So you just have to look at it a little bit differently during the holidays, and if you do, you'll be able to maximize that opportunity. Now, I want to talk with you about the Prep Center for just a minute. I did this last week, and I'm going to share some update with you for this week. Number one, the Prep Center team is absolutely phenomenal. The work that they put in, the dedication, and their focus on receiving, prepping, and sending the items out as fast as possible is an amazing task, and they're up for the challenge. This time of the year, of course, the Prep Center sees a surge of inventory as you're all preparing for the holidays. So we always say that items will leave the Prep Center within 3 to 5 business days of being received, excluding the day that it arrived. Now, we try to get items out the same day that they arrive whenever it's possible, but I want you to give it that 3 to 5 day business day period. Now, just a reminder, the Prep Center does not provide any updates. So if you need an update and you send an email to the Prep Center, hey, where's my item? They're not going to respond. Don't take it personally. There's no time to stop what they're doing to respond to your email about where your box is. When your items are prepped, when they're shipped, you can check your notifications in your Internet Mastery community, and you'll be able to see all of the updates of what's happening in that process. Now, I mentioned this last week, but I want to bring it up again this week and share with you something that we're doing to make a change. We have seen, for whatever the reason, an uptick, a surge in items showing up at the Prep Center without a Prep Center plan. Now, this confuses me a little bit, so let me just give you some education around this. When you download the Prep Center user guide, on page number 4, it gives you very explicit instructions. At the top of the Prep Center form, it gives you explicit instructions. You should never send an item to the Prep Center until you have completed the prep form. It just doesn't make sense that we're getting boxes and boxes and boxes that are showing up without prep forms. Now, I just think it's important for you to understand that when the items arrive at the Prep Center, somebody is receiving them. We're going into the system and we're looking up your name, your item, where it's coming from, and matching it with your prep form. If there is no prep form, then the person that's receiving them has to stop what they're doing, hand off that box to somebody else. That somebody else needs to stop what they're doing so they can send you an email. Then you need to pay an admin fee. Then we need to then find your item after you've chosen to pay for the admin fee, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 days later, and then send that item for you. It's very time consuming and it messes with the flow of the Prep Center. So I'm not really sure why items arrive at the Prep Center without a prep form, but what I can tell you as of today is that number is ticking up for some reason. And I understand that sometimes there's going to be errors that come from Amazon that will prevent you from listing an item. Maybe it's hazmat, maybe it's meltable, maybe it's something with dimensions, maybe it's gated, maybe it's something else that we don't know about. Any error that comes through that Prep Center is coming from Amazon. It's not something the Prep Center controls. It's just the data that's passed from Amazon through the Prep Center to you, and it's specific to your listing that item and sending it into Amazon. So the rule is this. It's very simple. You ready? When you are sourcing your inventory and then you're listing it first to make sure you can sell it, before you buy it and send it to the Prep Center, we want you to complete the Prep Center form. Now, it says that on page number 4 of the Prep Center manual, and it says at the top of the Prep Center page, do not send your items to the Prep Center until you've completed the form. So I think this is a fairly simple process. But for whatever the reason, as I mentioned, those numbers are tending to tick up. You've also heard me say for months that we hate when items come to the Prep Center. We hate without a plan. We hate having to charge you that admin fee. As much as we dislike doing that, we've made a decision. I've made a decision, so I'll take responsibility for this, okay? We are raising the Prep Center admin fee from $25 to $40. Now, I don't want to raise it any higher than that, and hopefully we don't have to. And I know that there's going to be some people that are watching this saying, I can't believe they're raising those fees. Well, here's the thing. Why can't you believe it? Think about it this way. If all you ever do is submit the prep form before you send the items to the Prep Center, then you will never pay the admin fee. So don't worry if it's going up. It doesn't affect you unless you simply don't follow the process. And so I want there to be a little bit more discomfort. I want there to be a little bit of a higher pain point for sending items to the Prep Center without a plan. The reality is that it costs us more than $25 to stop the production and to get an email out and then to follow up after the fact with a no prep a plan that, for an item that shows up at the prep center without a plan. It cost us more than $25. So this has already been a cost to the prep center that shouldn't be there. But the reality is this: our goal is the same as yours, okay? Our goal is for no items to ever arrive at the prep center without a plan. That's our goal. I believe that we have the same goal. Your goal is never to have to pay a prep center admin fee. I think we're aligned. What do you think? I think we're on the same page. So if you can just simply follow the process. Now, here's what I know. The majority, 99% of you that watch this Facebook Live every Friday that have heard me say this over and over and over again, you're not the ones sending the items in without the plans. It may happen occasionally from here and there, but you're not the ones that are sending the items in without the plans. So you're just hearing me say it. But the people that really need to hear this are the ones that are continuing over and over and over to miss that process. So moving forward, it's going to be a $40 admin fee if you send an item to the prep center without a plan. Here's the good news. Send in the plan and there's no fees. We don't want to charge you. We don't want your items to arrive without a plan. We just want you to think twice. Think twice. There's a song, right? Think twice, but I'm not going to go there. Okay? So if you can just think twice before sending your items to the prep center, did I submit the plan first? As long as you submit the plan, then you'll know whether there's going to be any issue or not. So that's the decision that I've made. It was not a universal decision. It was not a unanimous decision. We had people on our management team and our coaching team and our staff that disagree with me raising the fee. That's okay. They're entitled to do that. But this is my decision and my decision alone because I see what's happening at the prep center and the chaos it's causing, and we just need it to stop. So I'm hoping that this stops it, and I'm hoping that you never have to pay the admin fee. Now, I want to change gears here for just a minute, and I want to do a deep dive into some product sourcing techniques when it comes to buying from Walmart. Let me begin with a little history. There was a period of time where we were sourcing specifically from Walmart, and it was our number one source, buying from Walmart, selling on Amazon. It was an amazing opportunity, whether we were doing it in person or we were doing it online. And then Walmart introduced the opportunity for sellers like me and you to sell on Walmart, third-party sellers, the same way we do on Amazon. And when they did that, we made the decision unilaterally to say we need to remove the Walmart as a source of selling on Amazon. Why is that? Because when you're buying your product, you don't want to be buying it from a third party. It causes a lot of chaos and potential issues down the road. Well, most recently, just a few months ago, Walmart updated their website, and they now give us the ability to segment out other sellers that are not just Walmart. Now, this is a little bit different than if you're sourcing in the store, because obviously if you're in Walmart and you're sourcing and you're scanning with your app, well, you obviously know Walmart is the seller because you're buying it directly in a Walmart store. But if you're buying it online, you need to make sure that you're not buying from a third party. It just makes it a little bit more challenging when Amazon asks for invoices and proof of purchase. So I'm going to go into Walmart now, and I'm just going to walk you through some of the aspects to buying from Walmart. You should know that not all websites have all of these details or filters. Most of them have some filtering. But when you can go through the process of filtering out the majority of the bad deals, what that's going to do is it's going to open up an opportunity for you. So I'm going to head us into Walmart now. I'm going to encourage you to stop this video and watch it and then rewind it and then watch it and then rewind it. Because if you can identify each of these aspects that I'm going through now, I think they're going to help you, not just at Walmart, at other places as well. But this is specific to Walmart. So let's go ahead and head into Walmart right now. All right, so now here I am at walmart.com, and I'm going to begin by clicking on the deals link. Now, every major retailer has clearance, closeout, sales, and deals. And their links are going to be similar and slightly different. But on Walmart, I'm going to click on deals. And we're going to see all of the different categories that have items that are on sale, clearance, and closeout. Now, one thing I want to make you aware of is that Walmart is notoriously bad for categorizing their items. So you're going to see that some items are in the right category, but some of the categories that Amazon puts these items in don't make any sense at all. You can go through each one of the categories that you want to do your searching in. Just a reminder that there are 6 main categories that you should focus on: sporting goods, electronics, home goods, pet products, grocery, and toys. Those categories as a whole are going to be ungated. Now that means that you're going to have a good chance of being approved. You want to avoid clothing, you want to avoid jewelry, you want to avoid shoes, you want to avoid beauty products, the categories that you know for sure you're not going to be able to get approved in. This is a quick reminder, and I'll reference you back to the video that I did on the category ungating and some of Amazon's newest requirements for getting ungated. But remember that, especially as a new person, the majority of the items that you look up, you're going to have to click on the Apply to Sell button. When you click on the Apply to Sell button, I'm just giving you a quick 30-second snapshot here. One of 3 things are going to happen. Either A, you're going to be required to provide invoices. B, you're going to be able to watch a video and then get instantly approved. Or C, you're going to be instantly approved based on your performance. About 20% of the time, you're going to be asked for invoices if you are applying in one of those 6 categories that I just mentioned. So even though the categories are ungated, you're still going to have brand restrictions about 20% of the time. If you're asked for an invoice, you're simply going to move on. You can't use a Walmart invoice to get ungated in any one of those categories. 80% of the time, you're going to have to either watch a video or you'll be instantly approved based on your performance. But remember, when you are listing the item using SpyRivals or SpyRivals X, it will tell you whether you are ungated or if the listing restrictions apply. If they do, click the link, go through to your Amazon account, and apply to sell. 100% of the time that you do not apply to sell, you will not be approved. So always click the Apply to Sell button, even if you don't end up buying that product. It doesn't hurt you to apply to sell and see what happens. But about 80% of the time, if you're in the right categories, you're going to be approved. In this example, I'm going to use video games. You do not have to sell video games. You can sell whatever in whatever categories you choose. I like video games because they're lightweight, they're easy to ship, and they're profitable. So I'm going to use video games for my example, but you can use whatever it is that you choose to use. So let's head back over to Walmart and start in that filtering process. Okay, so now that I'm here in the deals segment of Walmart, I have some options. I can click on kitchen, pets, patio and garden. I can click on tech, toys. I can click on kids because there are some aspects of this that work. I can click on sports and outdoors. I can also sell school and office supplies, floor, care, home improvement. There's a lot of categories here that are open, but I'm going to click on the video games category. And once I do, you'll see here that there are now 916 deals, or what we want to refer to as opportunities, here on Walmart. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to filter out any third-party sellers that are not Walmart. So I'm going to click on All Filters, and I'm going to scroll down to where it says Retailer. And you'll notice that on the Retailer tab, there are 3 options. There's Walmart, there's Pro Sellers, and there's Marketplace Sellers fulfilled by Walmart. I'm going to simply click on Walmart and then click on View Results. And you'll notice now we have gone from 900 plus results to 235 results. Now, I'm often asked the question, why do we eliminate third-party sellers that are not Walmart? And the answer is simple. It's quality control. Walmart is always going to deliver what you buy. And there's always the chance that what you think you're getting versus what you're actually getting from Walmart might be different. When you're sending it to the prep center, particularly, you want to make sure that the item is in new condition and it's exactly what you thought you were buying. So for your own protection, maybe half the time or 3/4 of the time, it would be okay to buy from a third-party seller. We want to eliminate all potential opportunities and simply eliminate anything that is not sold by Walmart. So the next thing that I'm going to do, once I have filtered out and only have deals by Walmart, I'm going to click back in and look at departments. And what you'll notice here is what I was saying to you a few minutes earlier. When we look at departments, we can see video games, books, electronics, movies, TV shows. How are sports and outdoors part of the video game category? I'm not really sure. But what we want to do is we want to simply filter out now just the video games. And so I'm going to click on video games and click on view all results. And you'll see now that we are down to 86 results from 967 to 86. Now, one of the objectives, one of the reasons that we're doing this is because if you are product sourcing in the old-fashioned way, where you're actually on the website and you're looking at deals, or you've used your BOLO deal to reverse engineer a deal, and that's probably a more common way that you're going to end up on a site like Walmart or Target or Best Buy. You found the deal in the BOLO deal. It maybe wasn't perfect. It maybe was gated. Maybe the pricing was wrong. Maybe it was out of stock. So you're looking at similar items that are on the retailer's website. That might be how you got here. Or you're just doing old-fashioned product sourcing and going straight to Walmart to look up deals. We don't need to look through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of deals. We want to maximize our efficiency. That's why we're filtering down. So we filtered down from the retailer to be specific to Walmart, and then we filtered the category to be specific to the category that we're actually looking in, which is the video games. Now let's see what's next. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the next phase, and that is the pricing. So as we look at the results here, we can see we've got 85 results, but there's lots of these gaming devices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the price. If I look at the gaming devices, we could see most of them range between $50 and $60. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my price point and I'm going to lower it all the way down to $48. And what's going to happen is it's going to eliminate all of or almost all of these controllers, any other consoles that were listed, to leave me with specifically video games that are in that price point of $0 to $48. And now we can see that we only have 61 results left. So we started with 967 results, and now we have only 61 results. Now, before I continue, I just want to make an observation for you so that you don't feel like you're doing something wrong, particularly if you are new to this process. The majority of the items that we look at when we are sourcing from a retailer are going to be bad. I think that people's expectations sometimes are misguided. They say, well, I looked at 15 items and they were all bad. None of this works. Well, okay, congratulations for looking at 15 items. Why didn't you look at 100? And here's why I say that. Some of the items that you look at are going to be restricted. They're going to be gated and you're not going to be able to sell them. Some of the items are not going to be on Amazon. Remember, we have this formula. Step 1, source the product. We did that. Step 2, see if it's on Amazon. Step 3, determine the profitability. Step 4, see if it's selling. 4A, list it first. 5, buy it. 5A, send it to your house or the prep center. And step 6 is send it to Amazon. We understand that formula. So if step 1 is source the product and we did that, step 2 is see if it's on Amazon. Some of the items we look at will not be on Amazon. Step 3, determine the profitability. Some of the items will not be profitable. Step 4, see if it's selling. Some of the items will not be selling. Some of the items will be selling, but then Amazon is one of the sellers, and we don't want to compete with Amazon. Then in 4A, we're going to list the item on Amazon, and some of the items are going to be restricted. In other words, what I'm wanting you to understand is that there are more reasons why you can't sell an item than reasons why you can. So your responsibility in this business is to be mining for gold. Your job, if you called it that, would be copying and pasting from the retailer to Amazon. Now, obviously, the longer you do this, the better you're going to get at it. In the beginning, sometimes people who are doing this on their own for the very first time go through hundreds of items before they find a good one. And it's challenging sometimes because you're frustrated. You want to find a good one and you haven't been able to find it yet. That comes back down to knowing where to look. And that's why we created the BOLO opportunities in the first place. These are opportunities that guide you where you need to go. And there are no bad deals. If you can't sell a deal or the item is out of stock, well, you just learn how to reverse engineer it. Go watch those 14 BOLO deal videos, BOLO search videos, how to turn 1,000 into 100,000. Follow the step. I'll just make one point. If you watched all 14, go watch them again. There are things we covered that there's no way you got everything out of the first video. And I guarantee you, if you watch a movie the second time, you see things you didn't watch the first time, even if you remember in detail what happened in that movie. So we're going to go back in now and we're going to take a look and see some of the deals. And I'm going to give you just a couple of other points when it comes to for Walmart specifically. So Walmart has some interesting dynamics here. Number one, they're going to tell you which of the items are best sellers. Number two, they're going to have something specifically associated with Walmart called a rollback deal. This one is a reduced price deal. This one is a rollback deal. A rollback deal, in many cases, is one that has a better discount, but not always. Now, when you're going through each of these items, you never know which one is going to be good, but I want to share with you something specific to video games that you may not be aware of. And that is the little notification that on the box that this one has a T, this one has an E, this one has an E, and this one has a T. So if we take a look specifically at this Super Monkey Ball Nintendo Switch as an example, I'm going to copy this title and I'm going to take it to Amazon. And we're going to see if it's there. And what you can see is that there are two results for the Super Monkey Ball. And this is a very common mistake that people make when they're doing their sourcing. The item has to be an exact match. And the way that you know it's an exact match is based on the E, or what you can see with the first result, the 3. Now, when we take a look at Walmart, we can see that this has an E in the bottom left-hand corner. And we can also see that it's $14.88. So where people make the mistake is they head over to Amazon and you look at that Super Monkey Ball and it looks almost the same and it's $28.50. The challenge is that it has a 3 at the bottom. There's a 3 on the box cover. Well, the one that we're selling has an E on the box cover. And so this is not an exact match. We would have to compare it with the E, the Super Monkey Ball E. And so you'll see here that it's $14.88. If we can buy it for $14.88 and sell it for $14.88, well, step number 3, determine the profitability, tells us that this one is not profitable. So this is going to be an example of one that you just can sell. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through each one of them. You're going to copy them. You're going to paste them. I'm not going to do that with you here today. That's not the purpose. The purpose of what I'm walking you through now is how to filter down to find the optimal items on Walmart. Walmart presents an incredible opportunity. First of all, Amazon and Walmart hate each other. And second of all, it has a tremendous number of deals. I can tell you that we probably receive 100 to 150 boxes a day at the prep center just from Walmart in those giant blue boxes. So you want to make sure that you're using Walmart effectively in your product sourcing strategy, particularly as you're getting closer and closer to the holidays. Again, it all comes back to the holidays. Walmart is going to present amazing deals. Now, one other thing that I want to mention. About 20% of the items that are sold on Amazon are sold by Amazon. Well, Walmart and Amazon hate each other, as I mentioned. But Walmart and Amazon both sell on their respective websites. And oftentimes they sell the same things. So if you see a listing where the item is on sale, some crazy number, $7.49 on Walmart, and then you head over to Amazon and you see it selling for the same price, there is a high likelihood that Amazon is also selling that item. I would avoid those items. Now, if you're using the repricer, can you compete with Amazon? You can. However, you never know how low Amazon is willing to go. So I would recommend avoiding selling what Amazon is selling. But just understand that a little bit higher than normal results, where Amazon is the seller, are going to come out of looking at your items on Walmart. Because Walmart and Amazon are so competitive with each other, more of the items that are on Walmart will be sold by Amazon. So let me do a quick recap for you here. Number one, Walmart is amazing. Number two, you can go through the process and the filters and find the right deals on Walmart.com. But if you really want to have some fun and you really want to get crazy, go into Walmart. Now, there's no other time of the year where I'd tell you to product source in the stores. But now you've got this ability. So let me just give you sort of a high level option and then a base level. Actually, I'll give you the base option first, and then I'll give you the high level option, which if it doesn't make any sense, you can ask me how to do it by posting in the Facebook side of your comments. And that's this. Number one, you can source in the store, you can scan everything, you can buy it in Walmart, you can bring it home, you can either prep it yourself and send it to Amazon or put it in a giant box and send it to the prep center. Now, if you got a big giant box and it's filled with lots of items, even if it's one or two or three plans, just know that your shipping to the prep center is going to be fairly inexpensive because you've got everything all in that one box. But the reason we do it online is because Walmart has free shipping. A second option, a little bit more advanced option that people do is this. They go into Walmart or any other retailer, they scan the item with their app, Spy Rivals comes up, yes, this is a good one, okay, great. Then what they do is they list it on their iPhone app right in the store. They list it in their Amazon account. They wait a few minutes, they walk around, they keep scanning and listing, and then they double check to make sure that in their listed products, they have the double check marks. Now, double check marks doesn't mean you could send it to Amazon for fulfillment. It just means it's properly been listed. That can take 15 to 30 minutes. That's an Amazon timeframe, by the way. Then once the item has been listed and is successfully listed, well, what can you do? You can go to Walmart.com. Now, before you go to Walmart.com and actually buy it, remember what I said earlier. Go to the prep center on your mobile app. List the item that you just saw in the store. And then go to, once you've submitted it to the prep center, go to the Walmart app on your phone or Walmart.com. Buy the items on your phone. Now you're in the store, but you're not buying them at the store. You buy them on your phone and you send them to the prep center. So you're sourcing in person, but you're not buying. Well, I guess you are sourcing in person and buying in person, but you're not buying to take home. You're buying it online from your app. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to confuse anyone. It's a perfect topic to cover with your coach. Our coaching team are amazing, and they know how to help you with everything that I just explained. So whether it's Walmart or some other retailer, focus on the holidays this season and do it now. This is one of those time-sensitive opportunities for you that you don't want to miss out on. So I'm looking forward to seeing your questions and hearing what you have to say and your comments. Make sure you post those in the Facebook community so either myself or someone else on the team can get back to you. We are so excited about what the next few months is going to bring, and we can't wait to see. I'm not going to make any income claims or promises, but I am going to say that some of you are going to create revenue streams so much bigger than you ever thought possible that you're going to wonder why you waited so long to be part of this amazing group of people. So watch this video again and again if you need to. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much.